Tampa Bay is a 3-point underdog at New Orleans. They played twice this year, and New Orleans won both of those football games. This is the third time the charm for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I don't think so. The last time they basically almost got shut out against them, it was 38-7 in that, 38-3 in that football game. And if you look at both games, if you look at what Breeze has been able to do in both games against Tampa Bay, 6 touchdowns, no interceptions. Tom Brady, 2 touchdowns, 5 interceptions in those 2 games. So their defense has basically figured out Tampa Bay. I know that they're rolling now. They're on the right track. And when you look at this New Orleans offense, they finally got Michael Thomas and Kamara back along with Drew Brees. I think that was big last week. They double-digit defeated the Chicago Bears at home. That was a game that they were supposed to win. But I look at Tampa. They had a tough game against Washington. Brady was only 22 of 40 in that football game. They did hold on to beat the Washington football team, but it was a tough victory. I'm going to take New Orleans in this game and give the 3 points. They're at home. They have a little bit of a crowd there, and the Saints are basically trying to get to the Super Bowl for Drew Brees and Drew Brees only because this is going to be his final year. I got the Saints winning this game 30-21.
Well, I think it'll be a great game. I think it's very difficult. You know as well as I do, Mark, how hard it is to beat a football team 3 times in the same season. Yes, Brees has been outstanding, 71%. You mentioned 6 touchdowns, no interceptions versus. And the matchups are very, very good in favor of the Saints. I think Kamara has just come on. He's played absolutely outstanding. Matter of fact, Mark, he's made some runs during the course of the last couple of weeks that almost defy gravity. He's been very, very impressive. They have scored on defense, but the biggest thing, I think the Bucs right now, Mark, are playing better than anybody else in the league. I know they weren't that impressive against Washington, but that game was never really in doubt. Brady's been playing exceptionally well, and you look at the receivers. You look at Evans, you look at Goodwin, you look at Gronkowski, and you look at Brown. I mean, they're outstanding. In addition to that, their defense is great. They're giving up 3.6 yards per rush. They have 26 sacks or +8 in turnovers, and they're +8 in their first downs by penalties, which is very, very critical. I think it's a classic matchup, Drew Brees versus Tom Brady. I think that Brady is going to play exceptionally well. I know it's at the Saints, but I look for the Bucs to upset them. 31-27, because it's hard to beat somebody 3 times around. Here's the reason I feel that, Mark. The Saints will say, well, let's use the same game plan that we had when we beat them so decisively. The Bucs are going to make all the changes, and I think those changes are going to be very, very positive. They'll get the ball out of Brady's hands much quicker. They'll let the receivers do their thing. But if the Bucs could run the football at all, they will prevail.